Hi dear friends and subscribers, welcome to your cricket happening show with your host Ram, and we are going to look at two matches here which are played. One is the one day international series which is underway. It's today was the second one day international between Pakistan and Sri Lanka, and in fact Sri Lanka leveled the series with a very good big 76 run win over Pakistan in the second one day international. So they leveled the series 1-1 with three more to go. And as far as Edgbaston is concerned, finally the third test match started here at the Edgbaston cricket ground, where West Indies were put into bat after England won the toss, and West Indies finished with 280 for 8 at the end of the day's play, which I'll be talking about. So, but first let's look at the one-day international match between Pakistan and Sri Lanka. It all started with Sri Lanka winning the toss and electing to bat. And today also they had that challenge before the bowlers Umar Gul and Sohail Tanvir, but Upal Taranga and Dilshan started. But in fact, Sri Lanka couldn't get a good start, as first they lost Upal Taranga to the bowling of Sohail Tanvir for 18 with 3 fours. But Dilshan was joined by Kumar Sangakkara, and Kumar Sangakkara, after making 18 runs of 27 balls with 1 4, gave away his wicket to Mohammad Hafiz. Mohammad Hafiz actually took him, as Kumar Sangakkara was really nonplussed, as he actually gave a tame return catch to Mohammad Hafiz, and it was 84 for 2. But after that, Dilshan, for quite a long time he has not scored a century, but today he not only scored a century, he was the anchor man for the Sri Lankan team, which reached a score of 280 for 4 in 50 overs by playing some. He stayed at the crease. He had an unbeaten 119 to his credit when 50 overs were totally bowled. You can just imagine Dilshan is normally one of those attacking players who likes to get on with the game, but today he was the anchor man for them, but also played some very good strokes, making 119 not out of 139 balls with 11 fours and 1 6. But that was a good knock, and he didn't get he got support from all the other batsmen. Dinesh Chandimal made 32 runs of 51 balls with 3 fours, but Mahela Jayawardene was the one who really gave a push to the Sri Lankan innings. And when Mahela Jayawardene was there, Dilshan was taking his time. Mahela Jayawardene today decided to come lower down the order, taking the responsibility, and he came in and he meant real business. He in fact contributed 53 of 45 balls with 8 fours, and all those fours were all cheeky shots, sweeps, reverse sweeps, paddle sweeps, you name it, and he had it. And also there was one classic extra cover drive of the bowling of Umar Gul, which bore the stamp of class. So Mahela Jayawardene made 53. Thisara Pereira, who was the man of the match today, first he made an unbeaten 24. He came in and started slamming the ball. He hit some powerful sixes. He showed what arms and shoulders he has by swinging the ball right over the fence for sixes. Big sixes, one of Sohail Tanvir, one of Saeed Ajmal, and he rattled 24 of just 14 deliveries, 2 fours and 2 sixes. He was not out with it. So Dilshan got some support there, and Sri Lanka built a score of 280 for 4, a very good score under the circumstances, and well, it proved to be in the end, as you know. And as far as the bowling was concerned, Umar Gul today couldn't get any wickets. He was caned to the tune of 58 runs in 9 overs. Sohail Tanvir bowled well, but what Sohail Tanvir did was, in the last over, the 50th over was bowled by Sohail Tanvir, did a very great job, when probably Dilshan and Pereira could have really taken the Sri Lankan total to probably 300 runs. But what Sohail Tanvir did well in the last over was he really kept up the pressure by bowling Yorkers, mixing it up, and that gave him figures of 9 overs unmade 51 runs and 1 wicket. Shahid Afridi was very good. He bowled. What was Shahid Afridi's feature was Shahid Afridi actually Dinesh Chandimal hit him for a boundary, and of the very next delivery, Shahid Afridi had his man, as Dinesh Chandimal missed one trying to cut, and he missed one from Shahid Afridi, and he was wrapped on the pads, he was gone. Rahat Ali, the left-arm pace bowler today, made his debut for Pakistan, but had a very bad debut. His 4 overs costing him 34 runs. In fact, Dilshan taking heavy toll of him when there was a time when the spinners were really putting the brakes, and Rahat Ali was bowling, and Dilshan decided to feast himself on getting some very good boundaries against Rahat Ali. None for 34. Saeed Ajmal 10 overs no maiden, 1 for 49 for Saeed Ajmal today. And Mohammad Hafiz was the most economical if you see the Pakistani bowling card there. 8 overs on maiden, 1 for 30. For Pakistan, the 280 definitely took some doing, and well, Pakistan finished with 204 all out with Azhar Ali really standing out. A standout performance from Azhar Ali. He contributed 96 with 12 fours, and what was very good to see about Azhar Ali's batting was initially when Pakistan started the batting, they started with 2 maiden overs with Kulashekara and Lasit Malinga at either end bowling 2 maidens, and only in the third over the first run was scored by Pakistan, and Mohammad Hafiz and Azhar Ali opened, and Azhar Ali was simply class. His batsmanship, I would say that one could really draw comparisons with the former great from Pakistan, one of those classic batsmen, the bespectacled Zahir Abbas. The way he played, and I think he has a bright future for Pakistan cricket, because what he did is not only as you know, he's basically a test player, but today they gave him a chance and he took it with both hands, and he delivered splendidly. And what strokes! The strokes were just flowing. If you used to bowl fuller length, you used to cream it through the offside. Shorter length used to be dealt with very severely, and it was all class, effortless batsmanship from Azhar Ali, and he was the only one who stood in this Pakistan innings by making 96 of 119 balls with 12 fours, and he was sometimes also coming down the wicket to the seamers to negate their seam movement. And Azhar Ali couldn't get much support. In fact, Thisara Pereira was the one who did all the damage to this Pakistan team. When first he picked up the wicket off, he started off by picking a real stunner. That was a stunning catch from Thisara Pereira on his follow through. Mohammad Hafiz had just played the ball, and Thisara Pereira on his follow through bent low and took a low catch, and what a catch it was. Just before it was hitting the ground, it took the catch, and that really spurred on the Sri Lankan team, and they went from strength to strength thanks to Thisara Pereira returning figures of 10 overs no maiden, 44 runs on 6 wickets, and this is the first time a bowler has taken 6 wickets against Pakistan, the best bowling by Sri Lankan bowler against Pakistan. So he got that record, and he also joined the record books as far as taking 6 wickets and making 20 odd runs in a one-day international. He joined the likes of Vivian Richards was one, and Sana Jayasuriya. That was a tremendous bowling from Thisara Pereira. His seam movement was very good. He was hitting the seam all the time. Yunis Khan, he got alive, but he couldn't capitalize. Kumar Sangakkara caught him up bowling Pereira for 4 of just 8 deliveries. Misbah-ul-Haq contributed 27 of 35 balls with 1 4. Umar Akmal was dismissed for 3, which he was not really happy about. Shahid Afridi was the hope along with Azhar Ali, but when Shahid Afridi fell, it was very difficult because Azhar Ali was not able to force the pace. Initially, he was dealing only in boundaries at the initial stage, but later on Azhar Ali couldn't force the pace, and Shahid Afridi made 17 of 16 balls with 2 fours. Sarfraz Ahmed briefly resisted by making 20 of 27 balls with 2 fours, but as I said, Thisara Pereira was swarming over the Pakistan team today, and he could not put a foot wrong, whether it is batting, bowling or fielding. He saved lots of runs in the field, and he's a complete package. Let me tell you, he's one of those thrilling all-rounders coming for Sri Lankan cricket. Sarfraz Ahmed made 20. Sohail Tanveer couldn't do much with the bat, he was out for 3. Umar Gul was castled by Pereira for 14, and Saeed Ajmal was out for 4, and Azhar Ali was the wicket which they got from Kulashekara, who actually clean bowled Azhar Ali as he tried to cut, and very sadly was out for 96 with 12 fours, but a wonderful innings from Azhar Ali. If you look at it, the way he played, it's really worth watching the videos on YouTube or any of the other sites, like how Azhar really played. His strokes bore absolute class. Majestic strokes were flowing. 204 all out. Pakistan losing the match to Sri Lanka. Kulashekara 1 for 2 for 33 for him. Lasit Malinga bowled 2 for 40. Angelo Matthews none for 48. Thisara Pereira really stood out. He was the man of the match for his batting, bowling and fielding exploits, and rightly so. 10 overs no maiden, 44 runs on 6 wickets. Rangan Haidat bowled economically, 10 overs on maiden, 1 for 37. Now from here I will take you down to England in Edgbaston, where I will do a very short report on that particular match between West Indies and England, which finally got underway with England winning the toss and inserting West Indies to bat, and West Indies finished with 280 for 8 at close of play on the third day, and the play really started. As far as England were concerned, England rested Anderson and Stuart Broad, and in came Onions and Stephen Finn, who did a good job, shared 4 wickets among them. And then as far as West Indies were concerned, they had 2 debutants. One was Asad Fudaddin, the left-hand batsman, and Sunil Narine made his debut. Now, as far as West Indies were concerned, their openers, Adrian Bharat and Kieran Powell, were doing well. They were really negotiating the swing and seam movement from Graham Onions, Tim Preston, and Stephen Finn well. But Kieran Powell was the first to go, caught by Graham Swan of the bowling of Preston for 24 with 2 fours. Adrian Bharat lived a charmed life. He was dropped by Ian Bell in the slips, absolute sitter, and that really didn't prove so costly because Adrian Bharat contributed 41 with 4 fours and 1 6. Asad Fudaddin, the debutant, looked good in his score of 28, but was really shaken up by the swing bowling there. It was his debut, and then Tim Bresnan had a big lifter for Asad Fudaddin, and Asad Fudaddin actually fended the delivery. Ian Bell making no mistake. He was gone for 28 with 4 fours. Darren Bravo continued his very bad form in this series. He was caught and bowled by Stephen Finn for 6 with 1 4. Marlon Samuels once again showing what he's capable of. He was the highest scorer today, and he showed why he's all class by playing some beautiful strokes. As you know, he's in some tremendous form, and well, he showed it today, contributing 76 with 10 fours and 1 6. Dean Ryan was victim of Onions for 7. Dinesh Ramadan came into form, and he was there unbeaten on 60 with 7 fours, looking very good. Darren Sammy couldn't do much. He was out for 16 with 2 fours, and Sunil Narine on his debut was out for 11 with 1 boundary. Ravi Rampal was giving company when stumps were drawn for the day on the third day, with the West Indies score reading 280 for 8. They have a long way to go. 280 for 8, but they have only 2 more days of play left. Dinesh Ramadan was looking good, 60 with 7 4, so that will do him a lots of confidence for this young wicketkeeper from West Indies. Sunil and Ravi Rampal is batting on 2 with Tino Best yet to come. As far as the bowling was concerned, 280 for 8 for West Indies batting first, and England bowling, while Graham Onions was absolutely superb. He was swinging the ball both ways, making life very difficult for the batsman. 24 overs, 7 maidens, 56 runs and 3 wickets. Tim Bresnan, as usual, doing his job. 26 overs, 8 maidens, 74 runs and 3 wickets. Stephen Finn, what he was doing best today, he bowled well, but the best thing that he would do, he was a bit costlier than the other bowlers, but what was good about him was he was coming closer to the stumps and bowling, trying to get the ball to shape away, but in the process he actually hit the non-strikers bails a couple of times. In fact, a dozen times he disturbed the bails at the non-strikers end. But Stephen Finn was really trying. He was trying to use the crease, and that was very good to see. And Graham Onions also was doing that, but Stephen Finn was doing much better. Graham Swan, wicketless, 21 overs, 5 minutes, none for 61. Jonathan Trott, 5 overs, 1 minute, none for 16. Thus the day ended for the West Indies at 280 for 8. As I said, 2 more days of play to go in this particular match. And what was good to see, Ian Bell, probably if he had taken the catches, things could have been different for West Indies. Probably today England would have been batting, but ifs are ifs and buts are buts. But no excuses. There were 2 easy catches dropped by Bell. Strauss also dropped 1 catch. And other than that, Asad Fudaddin was not looking so good. Even on his debut, he had to really graft his way to 28 runs, and that was what he was doing. But he couldn't keep the fender down. The fender bender coming in from Tim Bresnan. Kieran Powell looked okay with his 24, Adrian Bharat was stroking the ball well. He also hit one very good six of the bowling of Graham Swan. Well, other than that, I think we are looking out for the 4 days play and tomorrow, and one has to see what West Indies does. Probably West Indies would extend it to another 300 runs or so, and then probably England would bat, and hopefully the forecast should be okay. There should not be, if at all there's no rain, then I mean, there's nothing really left in this match but 2 more days of play to go. Other than that, dear fans, friends and subscribers, nothing else to really share or talk about. I'd like to end my cricket happenings on this note. Thanks for hearing my cricket happenings show today. See you all tomorrow. Thank you.